everyone, welcome to my live studio. My name is Toni and I'm a guest presenter over on Create and Craft. I say this every time we open our videos here, but I do appreciate we do have new viewers every single day. So welcome if you are brand new to our studio. If you are watching on Facebook, that is amazing. Don't forget to drop a comment on the finished cards. This lets me know if you've been inspired in any way or if it's a technique you've tried and loved. Please don't forget to post your makes over on our Eureka fan page. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to click the subscribe button. This also helps us as a company grow on YouTube, and it helps us also inspire so many other crafters who maybe have lost their way or just need some general inspiration, and that's what we're here for. If you do like any of the products in the live studio today, you can go catch them on FBL, Facebook Live, in our search engine on our website. That will shortcut through all the other items and show you what's been used over the course of the last few weeks in studio, so you don't have to mess around. But please don't switch off. This is not a hard sell channel. You might have something in your stash that will work in the same fashion. So if you pick up the inspiration and you use it with somebody else's products, that's absolutely fine. As long as you've been inspired, that's all that matters. So in today's live studio, I am going to be using the lovely Tell Me a Story paper collection. If you haven't already gathered, it's been amazing. I know a lot of you have purchased it. I've seen some fabulous makes. So well done, everybody. But we are just going to continue to do the studios using free members gifts, Tell Me a Story, Christmas. We will revisit Christmas and many of our earlier products. So it is the channel to come to if you really are looking for inspiration. And if you do watch the channel, I know you're never going to want to leave it. There is so much on there. There is over 200 videos now, which is fabulous. So grab yourself a cup of tea and let's crack on with our first demo. Now the first demo is going to show you how to make a card, a box for your card, and a little gift box as well. So it's like a one demo in a whole, but it's like a gift set for somebody also. So I'm just going to show you the products that we are going to be using live in studio, just in case you haven't already seen them. So we are going to be using the Tell Me a Story 12x12 pad, and we are going to be using the stamp and the coordinating die. We are also going to be using the lovely Thirsty Brush pillar box die. Now this has been on TV today. Unfortunately, it sold out before going live to air, which is fabulous for Claire, but not so fabulous for everybody else, unfortunately. But we are going to use this live in studio. It is still available. So, and I'm going to show you how to use this one as well. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. We're having a camera malfunction, don't worry. Just going to zoom in slightly. Our camera's now decided not to work. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the product. So I'm going to use a 6x6 card. I've already gone ahead and done some of the cutting before we've gone to air. So 6x6 card and some of the lovely paper. But what we need to do before we go ahead and put this card together is I'm just going to show you how to stamp the beautiful Magnolia, which is a fabulous stamp. It's a lovely clean line stamp that's going to allow you to look like a watercolourist because of the open spaces in there. So I've just got some of the lovely paper from the same collection, and it's like the grey one, it's got a wood texture on there. I don't know if you can see that. It's beautiful, but instead of having like a stark white background, I've decided to stamp onto here because I think it'll just soften it a little bit. So I'm just going to pop that face down. And I am going to stamp it out in a grey ink pad. The one I'm using today is just the one that I have to hand. It's Dove Grey Stays on. It's a permanent ink. It's just a little bit softer than all the other inks I use. So I'll have to stamp it 2 or 3 times, but it does look amazing. So you can see it's just faint now. It's beautiful. You could create a lovely backing piece of paper if you wanted to, using the stamp collection. So I'm just going to do it one more time, make it that little bit darker. There we go, I'm absolutely happy with that one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to die cut this one out. So I know a lot of you already have the collection, if you did get it all well done. However, the image, if you just bought the stamp, you can obviously run it through your scan and cut if you want to. But if you didn't and you just bought the stamp, it's not a difficult stamp to cut out, should we say. It's not got lots and lots of detail, so you'll be able to cut it out by hand. So I've just got some tape just to hold it in place so it doesn't move. I'm just going to run this through the cut and emboss. So on this one today, I'm not going to add any colour, which is really difficult for me to do. But I just felt that this card itself lent itself really well to just the textured background. So don't always think you have to colour with the stamps. If you stamp onto patterned paper, you can get a beautiful result all the same. So if you're not the most confident colourist, maybe stamp onto some patterned paper. And you get this beautiful. So it looks like you've maybe done the background of yourself a little bit. So just set that aside. So here I have a 6x6 card blank. I always do my cards as tent fold like that. I never do them like that, don't ask me why. And I'm just going to stick this flat straight in the centre. So the card is 6x6 and this is 4.5 by 4.5, I think. Maybe 5, but it's just so it's got a nice thick border on this one. So I just stuck that one flat. Ahead of time, I have stamped Happy Birthday from the same stamp set in grey, the same colour as I stamped the Magnolia, and I've just matte and laid it onto some of the bright pink paper. This is just to really show you that, you know, it all works together really, really well. So I'll just grab some pads. So I hope you're all having a nice day today. It is my son's birthday today, so we have been out and about today, and he's got lots of lovely gifts. So if you did send us a gift, we haven't had the opportunity yet to thank everybody, but we do appreciate everything for us. So if you did send a gift, this is a thank you from Tom and me to say thank you. So he's just walked in the room just to distract me. So ahead of time I'd cut two, but on this one I snipped off this element here. So we have two different ones, just a little bit of difference really. And on this one I'm just going to creep it up here so it's crawling up this side here. So I'm just going to pop a pad on the lower part there because the rest will just sit on the part that's raised already. So I'm just going to pop this down here. And then what I'll do is I'll pop a little bit of glue at the top, and that will just adhere it to that little plaque in the centre. You can see there, so pads on the lower part and some glue on the top. And this will allow it to sit raised here, flat here. Like so. And then on this one I'm just going to do this one creeping over the top, so I'm going to have to do the same concept with this one. Probably get away with a pad on this element. So you could do it creeping down across. I'm going to do it across though. Like so. So if you like a little bit of an arty border with a fine liner pen, you can do that. But I'm just going to give this a slight lift in the sense, I just have some stickles here and I'm just going to add a little bit of dimension in the centre of each flower. There's not much left. Give it a good old push down. There we go. I'm just going to pop a little bit in the leaves, and then what I'll do is I'll raise it up and show you how it sort of finishes it. So everybody likes a little bit of sparkle, not too much, but we do like a little bit. What you have to be mindful with this though is it takes ages to dry. So if you've got like fiddly fingers like me and a little bit impatient, don't do it if you're in a rush, because you are guaranteed to pop your finger in it and smudge it. I don't know if the light's catching it there. It's catching it. So you can just see. So it just gives it a little bit of a finish. So that's the simple card. So let's move on to the box. So exactly the same paper, from the same paper collection, we're going to decorate this box. Okay. So ahead of time, I've gone ahead and cut various elements from the paper pad. So I cut one of the large postcards from the 12 by 12 collection. Now in the collection, you get the elements in the back, which are these beautiful elements. So you can cut into them, you can do your mini albums, you can do whatever you want to do with them. They're not just a mat and layer paper pad, they do so much more. So I'm going to go with this one first, and I'm just going to stick this one flat. I know a lot of you have been avoiding cutting into the papers. Please cut into them, please use them. I would hate for you to just be sat looking at them. There will be some more new papers, so don't let them stack up, please use them. And then the next one, I just got the other shade of the same pattern. I'm just doing this one flat also. Popping this one in the centre. Now you could pop some ink around the edge, make it look a little bit vintagey if you want to. I am keeping it quite simplistic. And then I have this lovely postcardy element on here, so I'm just going to pop some pads behind this one. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of like coach the paper to be a little bit messy. I've already gone round it with my scissors, so for those of you that don't know maybe how to do that, I am sorry if I'm teaching you how to suck eggs, but basically I just got my scissors and I just used it like so, and then I just scratched around the edges just to make it look a little bit more worn than a sterile flat piece of paper. Get rid of the bits. Can we see there? As soon as you add a little bit of dimension, it looks a little bit better. Just going to pop this up here. And then from the same collection, I went ahead and fussy cut these lovely flowers from one of the sheets at the front. Now they're not in any order, I've just basically cut them out and give them a nip with my fingertips and tried to sort of like maybe make it look like it is a little bit 3D. And again, you could go around with your ink if you wanted to, make them stand off the page. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create like an embellishment over this corner. Before I always do that though, I always lay everything out first so I know where I'm going with it. And then as soon as I'm happy, I will put it in place. But until that point, I will probably keep faffing I'm going to pop that one under there like that, so it makes it look like. Okay, so I'm going to pop a pad on here. Pad under there too. So to try, mind you, I'm going to double pad this one to try and create a bit of a rise and fall, make it look super dimensional. So I'm double padding this one. There we go. No, this is going to have one pad. And then this one I'm going to stick just flat under that little corner. Just give it a second to grab. Like so. So we've got our little box coming together lovely. I've also stamped a happy birthday onto one of the beautiful coordinating tags on there. Now you could punch a hole in there and put some string on there. You could dangle it from the top, whatever you wanted to do. I'm just going to tuck this in behind here and I'm just going to pop it in flat. Go with that one there. And so it coordinates with our lovely card. Again, I'm just going to grab the stickles and I'm just going to put some of the glitter onto the flower elements of themselves. Now again, if you've got no patience like me and you're a little bit impatient, the best thing to do is get this secured, there we go, get this glued into place and then do it, because then you know you're not going to mess around with it once it's in place. Make sure that's stuck in there. You don't need lots of it, but it just brings your artwork to life really. If you've got your Cintillaire glue, that would work also. So I'm not popping it on all of them, but some of the areas where it's just lacking a little bit of detail, I'm just going in with the glitter. And then just to finish that little box, what I would probably do is I would just grab some embellishments of some colour which is going to coordinate with our work, and they go quite well. And then now there isn't going to be bling all over this because I'm just not a blingy person, but I am happy to pop the 3 down one side. Like so. So there's our embellished box, and that's just using the elements from the paper pad, just cut into them. You know, you could personalise, you could write a hand personalised message on there if you wanted to. So we've got our card and our box. So now we need to do our pillar box so it all coordinates beautifully. So I'll just set that aside. So as I explained earlier, the lovely Claire from Thirsty Brush has been on TV today, and she's allowed me to use one of her fabulous new pillar box dies. Now it did sell out pre her even getting to where. That's how fabulous she is at the moment, and she's growing like you can't imagine. She's super talented and I'm super proud of her, and I hope she knows that, and I know a lot of you crafters are super proud of her too. But I wanted to use this one because I thought it would be a great added element as the card, and inside the box you could pop the card in and this as a gift as well. So I'm just going to show you how big it is and how it works. I've got a funny feeling a lot of people are going to be getting Christmas presents in this from me this year. So it's a big piece of metal, but what it has the embossed detail in there as well, so that detail goes onto the cardstock and then you can shape it. So I will show you that now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a light piece of cardstock, which I know, well, I hope you will then be able to see the score lines, because that's what's important on this. I don't want anybody to get it and think the score lines aren't there. Claire has purposely put the score lines in there for you, so there's no hard work. It's just a case of following the score lines and folding it together. So I'm just going to grab my plates. And again, these wooden papers, these style lend themselves so well to these lovely things. We have got some new ones coming out as well with some nice woodeny backgrounds. So I'm super excited about those. So I'm just going to run this through. You could hang these from your tree as gifts for presents off your tree, wedding favours, you know, cut a lot out, personalised gifts for tables, anything. So then when you pop it out, you get this. Now, can you see the score? Yeah, you can see the score line there, and then the arch score lines too. This is the elements that you're going to score and fold. So it's easy done, look, just score there. Then you have your arch and you just need to tease it. It's so easy. Can you see there? Tease along that little line. So that's one. Two. And then we have our centre one there, which causes the fold. So let's get this put together. So this is your glue line here. So I'm just going to pop some glue on here. Right to the very end to make sure it sticks nicely. Just going to fold it onto that score line. Make sure it sticks, just give it a second. Like so. These are perfect for gift wallets as well for Christmas. So then all you would do then is tease, fold them in. Before, obviously let it dry. I'm just trying to show you how easy it is quickly. I have already got one made ahead of time. Just pop that arch in there. Look at that. Oh, make sure it's glued, ladies and gents. Just give it a second. But anyway, when you've done it and it's glued and it's nice, it looks like this. Absolutely gorgeous. And then you've got your little finger holes there to open the gift, should you want to, both sides. So I'm going to embellish this one a little bit also, so I'll just save that one, just make sure that's glued. Use that one another time. So again, in the same colour grey that I stamped for the card blank, I did it again on here, onto the grey cardstock, and I popped some of the pencil on there, some of the orangey pinky pencil on there. So albeit there's an eclectic mix of colours, when you put them all together they all work. It's really, really weird, but it looks beautiful. It really does. Don't be scared to put different colours together, because traditionally we say don't, but that's when you're mixing colour. When you're working with papers, you know, don't be scared to use colour. It does look fabulous. So what I was going to do was I was going to pop that onto my box like so, and I was going to glue it when I thought, well, what's the point in that, because I might as well have just stamped it onto the cardstock and coloured it. So I am going to 3D it just to be a little bit different. And I think I'm going to do the pillar box portrait. Just pop a pad under this little one here too. Just a little one. Like so, see that there? And then to make sure it does actually all tie together, I did a little tag from the 8x8 pad. I'm just going to tuck that in here. I'll pop a little, shall we do this one flat, or shall we just, yeah, we'll do this one flat. So you've got this beautiful gift box with a beautiful floral element on there. And then lastly, I would again embellish with the glitter. And I would leave it at that. I hope that's showing. I'll just lift that up for you. There we go. Sorry about our camera today, I think it's still asleep. The batteries might be going, but there you go, you can see how beautiful it is there. So what a lovely gift for a gift card, a necklace, a bracelet. It's absolutely beautiful, so well done, Claire. I absolutely love this. So there's that. Now let's show you everything I've made in studio today. So we have the lovely gift box, or if you wanted to, pop your card in if you want to. The card itself, and then the lovely pillar box also. So I'd be over the moon if somebody sent me that lot, let me tell you. So I hope you've enjoyed today's studio. It's very simple. You all have the kit. I know you've all been buying the products, and I know I've seen a lot of you make, so I'm so proud of you all. I know often I don't get the chance to comment. I do apologise. We are a little bit busy, but if I do get the opportunity to sit down for half an hour, I do pop on some comments. So I'm back with you on Monday at 4 p.m. with some more interesting demos, maybe using some different products, we will see. But I would say whatever you're doing this afternoon, just enjoy it and have a great evening, and I will speak to you all later. Take care everyone, bye.